If you clicked on this video, then you are interested in understanding how you can assess suburbs in under 10 minutes extremely quickly and extremely efficiently. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use this location here in Dubbo to actually show you how to analyze locations. Now, it's best if you have a data research tool, something like HTag, DSR, or Suburbs Finder. Whichever tool you use, you still want to look at these key metrics to fully understand a location as a first part of the research. And when we start to look at this location, the first thing we want to look for in any of these tools is the supply and demand metrics. So when I scroll down, what I'm trying to look for is the stock on market and the days on market. And when you start to look at the stock on market levels, you can actually see that over the long term, over the past couple of years, there has been a depleting level of stock in Dubbo. And you can see the short term trend has sort of started increasing and has sort of started staying a little bit more flat. And the main thing we want to see is this long term and the short term trends of stock levels is actually falling. And in combination, we also want to look at the days on market. Now here you can see in the days on market in Dubbo, the long term trend has been a little bit high, but the short term trend that you can see by this line here has been falling. And what this signifies to us is that there is an elevated demand in that location. And when we have higher demand levels and falling stock levels, then we'll have capital growth occurring. These are quite fundamentally the two most important metrics of picking any location for capital growth. And you can actually see the nuanced numbers on HTag here. The days on market is under 33 days and the stock on market is 0.18%. Now, generally speaking, I like to find locations under 60 days for days on market and under around 1 to 1.5% in terms of the stock on market levels. Now, you don't only have to look at it on HTag. To look at stock levels, you can also go to SQM research and go to total property listings, and you can search up the postcode of Dubbo or any other location that you find, and you can input that here, and then you can look at the amount of total property listings there are. And you can see since about 2024 down to 2026, and in recent times, we're seeing especially an elevated drop in the amount of listings of properties in this location. And hence, that is likely to lead us to more capital growth. In a very similar scenario, you can see that in 2020 to 2022, there has been a drop in stock levels. And when we look at the historical price trend of that market, you can see that between 2021 and 2022, there has been price increases. And so they go really hand in hand when it comes to typical price and the supply and demand metrics. And that is one of the most important factors to look at when assessing a location for short-term capital growth. Now, the next most important factor to have a look at is actually the rental market of the location. And I'm talking about vacancy rates, I'm talking about rental increases of that location, because that gives us an indication of how much rental pressure is in the market. And the reason that is important is because when we have rental pressure on the market, that is likely to lead to further capital growth and also improve the overall cash flow of our asset base. And you can once again go and do this on HTag, or you can do this on SQM research. I'm just going to show an SQM as I have it open right now. And then you click on weekly rent for this postcode, and you can see that over the past 12 months, it's had about a 14% increase or a 9% increase in the 3-bedroom houses. So you can see that the rental growth of this location is extremely strong. Now, once again, you don't only have to rely on only one source of information. You can have a look across multiple data platforms, and I've got On the House over here. And if you type in Dubbo, New South Wales, and you have a look at it, you can start to scroll down and have a look at the median rent increases, and you can see it's about 10% over the past year of this location. So you can see that the rental increases has been quite strong. Now, not only that, you also want to be looking at one other key metric, and that metric is vacancy rates. We want the rental market to be tight, and you can see that the overall vacancy rate is 0.4% as recorded in February of 2026 of the latest information available in March when I'm recording this video. And so you can see the market is incredibly tight. Anything under a 1% vacancy rate is an extremely tight market. Anything above a 2% is a much softer rental market, and you can lead to more vacant properties. And so now we know that the rental market is also very tight. We're having good rent increases, we're having low vacancy rate in that location. What is the next thing that we need to look at? Well, there's a very important factor. But before I do get into that, if you want to go deeper on everything I've just covered so far and more, I have actually put all of this information wrapped up in a very good course called the Property Blueprint Education Program. And in this program, there's about 8 modules with 60 plus videos covering everything from suburb analysis to property fundamentals to property analysis, tax structures, and more, all the way through negotiation and full-blown walkthroughs of how to achieve certain outcomes. It's literally built for DIY investors who want to stop guessing and actually have a system in place of how to achieve the results, right? There's no buyer's agent fees, there's no commissions, no one pushing you towards a deal that benefits them. It's a simple course to teach you how to analyze properties, how to look at different locations, the pros, the cons, the negatives, all for a one-time payment of $349, guys. And over 150 to 200 people have used the course and accessed the community as part of it. And so if you're serious about purchasing your next investment property, then you need to do this course before you go out and buy a poor quality asset, right? And you can see exactly what you get in the education curriculum. It is broken down video by video for you, so you know exactly what you're paying for. And it's incredible value, and you also get 30 days into the private community where you'll have even more value added to you and get access to me and private mentorship. This is the place where you want to be getting your information from, and not these buyer's agents who charge you $20,000 for their service plus an additional course, or expensive property courses that cost 10K. I'm all about making property education affordable, and that is what I have done. And so I hope this will help you, but let's get back into the video. Now, once I've looked at the supply and demand metrics, and then I've gone and looked at the rental situation of that market, the next most important thing to me is actually looking at the economy of that location. And I'm talking about employment diversification as well as the exports and imports of that location. And when you're looking at a regional town of something like Dubbo, where it's about 60,000 people, looking at the economic diversity is incredibly important, because when a location is diverse, it does not depend on one or two industries. That means during an economic downturn, it will be able to hold its own. People will still have jobs in that area, and people won't leave to other locations because it has diverse job opportunities for people to live and work in. And so what we want to do is we want to go to a site like Remplan, and then you want to be going to industries. And under industries, you can start to look at the employment diversification of that location. And you can see when you click on the percentage sign, it's mainly healthcare, construction, retail trade, education, training, and more. And from that information alone, you can see that no sector takes up more than 25% of that location. Hence, we can say that it's relatively economically diversified. But not only that, you want to go one step further, and you want to start to go and look at the regional exports of that location. And this is really important because sometimes locations can be diversified, but the output of that location, or what that location produces, could be tied to one specific industry like mining. But in this case, we can see that in Dubbo, it's mainly tied to manufacturing, construction, agriculture, healthcare, and even parts of mining in that location. But once again, no sector takes up more than 25%, which is what I like to look for. Now, definitely there is going to be some cross opportunities between mining, construction, and manufacturing, some upstream and downstream services between them. However, it is still fairly diversified for a smaller location like Dubbo. And when I say smaller location, it's still about 60,000 people. So it's a lot of people in that location. And so that adds another tick to my box. And I'm looking at Dubbo, supply and demand is good, the rental situation is good, and it's economically diversified. So tick, tick, and tick. So then you may ask me, what is the last thing I like to look at? Now, once these three boxes are ticked already, there's just sort of smaller things I like to look at, and I'm going to break that down for you. When I look at Dubbo, and I like to look at this on H-tag, I kind of scroll down, and there's a couple of things I like to look at. I like to look at the socioeconomic score, and the higher it is, the better it is, generally speaking. Now, just because it has a low socioeconomic score doesn't mean it's a bad location to invest into. You just have to be a little bit more careful about the tenants you put into your property. And 4 is a fairly good score. Anything 1, you got to be a little bit wary of, but you can still consider the location for sure. And the next metric I like to look at is the rented to owner occupier ratio. If anything is above 40%, I get a little bit concerned about whether or not I should be investing there. If anything is above 50%, I do not really consider it for investment. That is too high of an investor cohort in that location, and it gives a little bit too much competition and potential supply coming on that market. So it's a no-go for me. But when it's 34%, it's a prime number to consider. And we want to look at one other metric, and that is the affordability index. Now, generally speaking, when I look at regional locations, I like to find locations under 35 years, and under 30 years is even better. So when it's under 35 years, you can say it is actually relatively quite affordable for locals in that area, and we want it to be, because once all this investor demand cools off, we want the locals to be upholding and paying those property prices in that location. We don't want these locations propped up by investors, because that can lead to downturns or extended periods of stagnation. And those are actually the main things I look for and how I why I can assess a suburb within literally 10 minutes and be able to give feedback on it. You want to look at the supply and demand metrics. You want to look at the rental market situation of that location. You want to look at the economic diversity of that location, and then a couple of other metrics like renter to owner occupier ratio, affordability, and the ERSAT score. And when you combine all of those things together, you can get a pretty good understanding of what that location is. Now, there is a lot more due diligence that still needs to be done about that location. You need to go deeper. You need to confirm your findings with sales agents, property managers, and look at other couple of factors as well to make sure it is a good location to invest into. And then you need to go that step further, assess the properties in that location, the quality of the properties of that location, what are the good pockets, what are the bad pockets, where should you consider investing into in that location. And there is a myriad of things that you still need to consider. But when you want to look at suburbs on a high level at a very quick glance to understand that location, this is how you do it. And if you want that full understanding of it all, I cover that in the Property Blueprint course, guys. It is a once-off fee. It's $349, and you have lifetime access. And then you also get 1 month access to the private community where you can ask me any questions about strategy, about property deals, about suburbs and locations, and I will be more than happy to answer it for you guys. So if you have any questions at all, leave it down in the comments below and jump into the Property Blueprint, guys. It is one course you will not regret doing. Till next time, thank you very much.